What's up, guys? This is Jakub. I'm Content AI Manager and host of the Web3 live show, where I speak with experts around the world who create amazing products and develop new services, new businesses within the Web3 space. So I'm an AI manager. This means basically I am creating content for your business with AI technology, with GPT-3, with deep fake software and things like that, and everything on the cutting edge technology. And I'm very excited today to speak about a topic that I have no clue about, and this is basically football and Web3. So I am going to speak with Amit Singh. He's the founder and CEO at Football Fan App. He's making a difference in the football industry with Web3 and with their own fan coin token, with NFTs and with blockchain. So welcome, Amit, to my show.
Hey, Jakub. Amazing to be here. Thanks for the invitation and looking forward to speaking to you and any questions that the audience may have.
Yeah, that's awesome to have you because you're a real expert on this topic. So before we jump into the topic of Web3 and football and the correlation, can you give us a short bio, short introduction about yourself? So who is Amit and why are you doing the things that you're doing?
Yeah, 100%. That's a good way to start. So hi everyone. My name is Amit, and I'm the founder and CEO of Football Fan App. It's an app. So a little bit about me first, actually. So I have been in this IT industry for last 23 years now. So I started in 1999. I have graduated in Bachelor's of Computer Application, did my Master's of Computer Management, did my MS in Software Systems, and I'm an expert in blockchain and decentralized technology, certified from Oxford University. So that's my little bit of background. In terms of education, I was born and brought up in India, but I have worked with various different companies around the world. I've worked with Hewlett-Packard, I've worked with British Telecom, Lloyds Bank, HSBC, RBS NatWest, Bank of America in the UK. So have worked with various different companies and have worked in various different parts of the world as well. I worked in Far East, South Korea, Taiwan, worked in India, worked in France, worked in the US and in Africa, and finally, settled here in the UK in London. I have 2 patents as well in the US Patent Office. They are owned by HP, Hewlett Packard, and it's been an amazing journey so far, and had a few businesses in the past. One of the business that I made an exit from was a live streaming business called as Cinefun TV, which was an OTT platform for live TV channels, movies, video on demand services, catch-up TV for South Asian expats living in the UK and Europe. So I made an exit from that in 2017, and after that I started on to Football Fan App.
Awesome. Just curious. So the first question is, why London? Why did you settle in London? Just curious about that one. Because you traveled, you saw all the world, all different countries, and why England?
Yeah, amazing question to start with. And nobody has asked me this question so far. By the way, I've been to several interviews, several places. Nobody's asked me this question. So London is such a place, or UK as a whole is such a place. If you are a sports lover, a sports fan, this is the place where you should be, because there is football, there is cricket, there is hockey, there is rugby, there is tennis, there is motorsport. You name the sport. If you are interested in cycling, if you do paragliding, or you do surfing, or any sport you pick up, this is the place you should be, because this is a country which puts a lot of efforts, lot of emphasis on sports and health and fitness and those things. That was the reason why I came to London, because I was there in the US for some time, and the sports that they play are very different. Being born and brought up in India, we don't play those kind of sports like baseball or American football. If you look at American football, they call it as football over there, whereas it is not played with the foot. Yeah, and the ball is not a ball. It's like an egg. It's like an egg-shaped ball. They wear helmets and they wear body suits and all those things, and they run with the ball in the hand. So I'm not sure why they call it as football, because football is like you play with the foot. So I did not understand those kind of sports much, and those are not global sports. Those are very specific to a few countries only. So that was the reason why I came to London and settled over here. Sports was the main thing. Though British weather is something nobody loves. Everybody hates it, but it's amazing part of life.
Okay, already love it. Okay, very, very honest. Thanks for that one. So, but I have a second follow up to your intro. So you said you made this successful exit. So because I am also in the process of, I got some inspiration about one of my mentors about an exit strategy. So was it for you very clear to do this exit from the right from the beginning, and you planned it and said, okay, I'm going to exit in, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and I will sell it to this person or this company. What was it? What did you made a plan for this exit strategy?
No, I did not make any plan for the exit strategy for my previous business, and it just happened. I'm sorry, it just happened, and I'll tell you a few things. I did not build the business to make an exit, because once you exit from any business, what do you do after that? Even if you make money from it, you still need to work. You still need to have a routine. Yeah, because I'm sorry. Give me a second. I need to have a quick drink. Yeah.
Everything fine. Yeah, I think that's an important point. Yeah.
So you need to have a routine. So for example, let's say you make some money by after the exit. What are you going to do with it? Because you can't spend time with your family if your family is young, your kids are still in school. You cannot spend time with your friends because your friends are still working somewhere. So all you get time is again those weekends. And what do you do for the rest of your time? You may go and invest into different startups, or you may do something else, but you spend so much time and efforts, and startup is not easy. Startup is not easy. It takes everything out of you. So why do you want to do that again if you want to keep working? If you look at people like Bill Gates, though they have retired, they say that they are not the CEO of Microsoft, but they are still involved in some shape or form because they need to have a routine. Otherwise, what are you going to do? So I did not had a plan to make an exit. It just happened. And I would say that uh, in my last days of my previous business, things were changing thick and fast in OTT world. The content cost was becoming very expensive. So it was a logical decision to make an exit from that business and move to something different, which is more scalable, which is more futuristic, and which impacts the industry and people as whole. That was the reason why I made an exit from my previous business.
Yeah. So if you would ask me, I would say, so after the exit, I just start a new business to make it an exit. So that would
Yeah,
be my answer to it. But I got the
but
point
but,
that
but,
you
but
that you
maybe
mentioned.
maybe we are in different age group.
Yeah.
So at my age group, I don't want to do the same startup grinding once again. I would like to, build a business and make it much bigger and more scalable, and keep working in it. Retire from that business because you have put, all your efforts and everything into it. It's like raising a child. So once you have a baby, and you bring him to this world, you help him grow up, and it's like exit is something. Okay, after 5 years, I'm not your dad or I'm not your mom. You go and live with someone else now. So that's not what I'm looking for this time now. I would like to take this business, run it for longer time, and give the most value back to our user community, our stakeholders, our investors, whoever is part of this business.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay,
So
awesome.
yeah, that's how I feel and think. Maybe I'm in a different age bracket than you are. So if I have to redo this again at this age, I would not prefer to do it. Rather, I would like to support other founders, other startups, other young people, who are looking for entrepreneurship, startups, and those things. But for this business, I would like to uh, make it a big business and continue with it.
Yeah, yeah, cool, awesome. So let's talk about the app that you created. So, but first of all, no, first of all, about Web3. So, what was the first? When was the first moment where you said, realize, okay, Web3 is a thing that I have to make sure to research and know about? When was there a defining moment, or was it a speech that you listened to, or a YouTube video? What was it? Was there a defining moment for you?
Okay, great question once again. So
Yeah.
this is quite interesting actually. So we started working on Football Fan app in 2017. So I still remember it was May of 2017 when I first wrote about Football Fan app on a piece of paper. At that time, all these things, the Web3, whatever Web3 says, that content creators will be in control. Content creators will be, dictating how they are going to use their content, how people will consume it, how they're going to generate their revenue, what is tokenization. All those things we conceptualized back then. But we did not know that it is called as Web 3.0. We did not know that it is called as NFT. We had a concept of tradable assets, in the sense you have some asset that can be traded traded with another user. Sorry. I'm so sorry about this. I'm having a little
Everything
cough
fine.
for a while now.
Yeah.
uh,
Take your
so
water. Everything fine, Amit.
yeah. So we did not know that it is called as NFT. This is called as Web 3.0. But when big corporates started working on these concepts, they started giving them acronyms. They started giving them some names. And when we saw what Web 3.0 is, we said, bloody hell, actually what we are doing is actually called as Web 3.0. So, and what we are doing, like with tradable, assets, it is called as NFT. So that's how we automatically fell into those buckets of Web 3.0, NFTs, blockchain. We knew blockchain from the beginning, by the way. So blockchain
Yeah.
was not something that we did not know. But these terms, Web 3.0, NFTs, we did not know that these are called as this. But when others, like for example, you might have uh, come to know about Jack Dorsey, the ex Twitter CEO, or the founder of CEO, or the founder of Twitter. He recently tweeted and said, he's going to work on Web 5.0. So what the hell is Web 5.0? Why there is no Web 4.0? Why we are still in Web 3.0? We still have to do a lot of work on Web 3.0. But when people like that come out and use some words, big names, big jargons, big acronyms, there will
Yeah.
be nothing behind it. It's just smoke and mirrors. But then people start listening to them. Yeah. So when you will say something, or I will say something to the world, nobody listens. So but when those kind of people, influential people, when they say something, everybody listens. And there may be some shit show behind it, but everybody listens. So that's
Yeah.
that's how that's how that's that was our introduction to Web 3.0, and that's how we fell into Web 3.0, NFT, and all these things.
Yeah. Okay. And how was this idea of the app created? So what was the main motivation? So from the previous intro, you I guess you're a big sports fan. So that's a passion of you, I guess, and that was you wanted to give something back to the fans, or what was the main motivation?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so this is a question that I get every now and then. So the main motivation obviously was sports. I mean, there are more fans of sports around the world than there are fans of anything else. So there are more. In fact, when I was growing up in India, in a very remote place, very small village over there, we in the newspapers we used to get a very small column at the back pages, and at that time, Manchester United was winning majority of the trophies and everything. So I was I was following those things, and at that time I didn't even know that Manchester is a city. I was thinking that Manchester United is everything. They are the best team in the world, etc., etc. And the first experience of television I had was the 1986 Football World Cup between Argentina and West Germany. And it was late in the night. The television came to India in 1983, and this was 1986, 3 years. And India is a big country, by the way, so things don't go to every nook and corner of the country very very quickly. It takes time. But we had a small television at home in the whole locality where we were living. It was a game in the night when we all children were sitting in front and all the people gathered in my house to watch the game. That was the first experience of watching a live football on television, and I still remember that. I still remember that. That changed everything for me. Sports. I want to play football. I want to do this. I want to be involved into it. When I sold my last business and I said I want to do something which I love, which I'm passionate about, and something that I know. I was passionate about sports, and I knew the things that I knew was technology. So I said, let's find something in this area. Let's see what we can bring to the table, how we can help fans, and how we can help that Amit who was living in those rural areas 30 years ago, 35 years ago, who did not have exposure, who did not have information access, so those kind of things. And with technology now, all those things are possible. And when I did my research, I found out that there are no such platforms available specifically for football. Whereas football is such a big sport, the biggest sport in the world, biggest entertainment in the world. 5 billion people follow football in some shape or form around the world. There are statistics that there are more fans of football than there are users on Facebook. So that's the scale football brings. And there was no platform available. So the original idea was to give fans a platform where there is freedom of speech, where you don't get blocked by expressing yourself or taking your frustration out, your opinions out, your reactions out. If you go and talk all those things on social media platforms today, you will be banned, you'll be blocked. Somebody will report about you, and then they will be blocked, and you will never be able to get your account back. Why? So that was the reason why we started Football Fan app, with freedom of speech paramount for us. Obviously we avoid things like racism, drugs, guns, nudity, and religious stuff, and all those kind of things with our technology and with our operations team. But freedom of speech, express yourself, come and talk to other like-minded fans, share your information, share your frustrations, share your opinions with them, and create your own content. So someone who creates a content on social media platform today, football specific in particular, if they go and post that content on those social media platforms, it is lost. If you don't spend money on those social media platforms these days, your content will not reach to the right audience, because they keep changing the algorithm. They want you to pay to push your content to the wider audience. Yeah. Those are some of the things which we are trying to change. So I always say that it is a mission. It is a mission, and it's a marathon, because things that I am trying to bring, I am proposing. It's not easy. There will be a lot of backlashes, pushes to me. But yeah, we have been very successful so far. Amazing traction that we have got. We get new users every day, new content every day, new engagement every day on the app. So that's how Football Fan started, and it's a mission. It's a marathon for me.
Awesome, got it. Okay, when people are on the platform and they create content, do they get this fan coin, or how does it work with the fan coin? So
Yes.
what exactly is it? I mean, it's a reward system, I guess.
Yeah.
And what can they do with this coin?
Yes. So yeah, you are absolutely right. For anything that you do on the app, for example, you post a content. That content can be a video, podcast, photo. It can be a normal text. You can create your own chat rooms, and automatically the app invites various different fans of the teams that are involved in the chat rooms. So all those things that users do, even engagement, even inviting your friends, referrals, etc. Any contribution you make to the app, you collect fan coin as our reward. And that's just a small way to say thanks to the user base, to the user community. They never get all those things on any other platform. So and the reason why we did that was, if you look at other social media platforms, they don't reward users for posting content, for creating content on the platform, and they make the most money out of your content. Yeah, if you go to YouTube, for example, if you post a video on YouTube and you enable ads on your content, unless until you have 1,000 subscribers, unless until you have X number of views on it, and those are in hundreds of thousands. Unless and if you and if you don't have any strikes on your account, you don't get paid. Yeah, if you have any strikes on your account, you never get paid. If you have less than 1,000 subscribers, you never get paid. If you have less than X number of views on your video, you never get paid. Now, but YouTube runs ads on your content. They make the money all the time. And how many of those users are there on the platform who have less than 1,000 subscribers? There are millions of them. Not everybody have millions of followers, but there are users who have less than 1,000 subscribers on the platform, and YouTube makes a lot of money from that content. That was something we are trying to break in. That okay, with our FanCoin, excuse me, with our FanCoin token, users are in control. They know how many FanCoins they would like to collect as rewards, and they can make the most of those FanCoin onto the app. And obviously, we did not have millions sitting in our bank to pay for that content to the content creators. So we came up with an innovative idea of this token FanCoin, and we have got the trademark for the word FanCoin as well. And from day one, we knew that our token will be called as FanCoin. So that's the journey we have taken in last 3 to 5 years now.
Yeah. So your illustration shows just in a very good way the difference between Web 2 and Web 3, where this whole concept of seeing ads or being more in control of the content that you produce is just such a higher priority than compared to Web 2.
Well, I would like to add a few more things here. So I took an example of YouTube. You take an example of Instagram. Yeah. Instagram doesn't pay you in any shape or form. YouTube at least pays you some peanuts once you reach their threshold. Yeah. But Instagram doesn't pay you anything. At the same time, Twitter doesn't pay you anything. You have to go and find your own brands or endorsements for your content on those platforms.
Yeah.
So with that, a new industry has started, which they call it as influencer marketing agencies. Now, those influencer marketing agencies are going and finding brands to endorse you. So it's a very, very convoluted place on various different social media platforms, and then the content creators, the users, they are not rewarded for their efforts for their content. That's something that we are trying to break in. We started with football, obviously with the scale and the size of football industry and the fans. But we would like to move to other industries as well in future. And that's the reason we called our token not as football coin or anything to do with football, but we called it as fan coin, so that we can use it in other industries as well. Because there are fans for films, there are fans for music, there are fans for individuals as well. Everything has a fan. Everything. You are a fan of, you're a fan of coffee, for example. Okay, you are a fan of traveling. So there are fans for everything. And we were very conscious on what name we should give to our token, and that's the reason we named it as FanCoin.
But just to follow up, so what can I do when I have a FanCoin? Can I purchase it in some way, or buy merchandise and get a discount or something?
So at the moment, you can only collect FanCoin by contributing to the app.
Okay.
And what you can do with FanCoin is you can convert your content into NFTs using FanCoin on the app. Okay, so that's one additional revenue stream you can create for yourself as a content creator on the app. Going forward, we are bringing something called as FanCoin Marketplace. Now, FanCoin Marketplace, we have over 200 brand products. So there'll be products from Apple, Samsung, Nike, Adidas, Virgin Holidays. There are sorry, Man United jerseys, Liverpool jerseys, various different club jerseys, boots, shoes, various different things available to redeem your FanCoin against. So, for example, if you want to buy, let's say, a Man United jersey, and you have, let's say, 1,000 FanCoin, you will be able to get some cash back when you spend your 1,000 FanCoin in order to purchase that Man United jersey. Or sometimes, let's say, Morrison's is also there. Morrison's is one of the supermarkets here in the UK. So let's say when you want to redeem your FanCoin at Morrison's. So with Morrison's, we can generate a coupon code which you can take it to the store and pay for your groceries using that coupon code. So that is coming up. We call it as FanCoin Marketplace. It will be live sometime, in a month's time or so. We are also discussing with various different exchanges to launch our FanCoin, so that users can exchange FanCoin with different tokens, different currencies, or if possible on those exchanges they can even cash out. So that is something that we have finalized everything, and we are waiting for the regulations to kick in, because we are based in the UK. We are not in offshore or any of those locations like Malta and Seychelles and those places. We are based in the UK, so we have to follow certain regulatory regime, regulatory environment, and legal environment. So, however, UK is moving fast on becoming the global crypto hub now. So we thought we are already ahead of everyone else. We have done a lot of things. Our technology is very stable. Hundreds of thousands of users use it on a daily basis. So why not, start discussing with exchanges and start those discussions where we can list our FanCoin on those exchanges. So those are the things which are coming up in future. So if I just repeat, at the moment you can convert your content into NFTs and sell them on our app. You can even buy other NFTs available on the app using FanCoin. Going forward, you'll be able to buy products in FanCoin Marketplace, and you can also convert your FanCoin holdings into various different other currencies or tokens on various exchanges that we'll work with.
Yeah. Okay, got it. But
So
must
the main thing.
Sorry.
Yeah, apologies to interrupt you. So the main thing is to create an ecosystem using FanCoin, and the vision is that once the crypto industry or the token industry becomes regulated, users should be able to go and buy a coffee using our FanCoin at various stores. So that's the long-term vision we have. We have been very successful in doing that, because Costa Coffee is already there among those 200 brands where the products are going to be there. So people can buy Costa Coffee, but at the moment they'll be able to buy using our app, not in the store. They can take the coupon code or something to the store to buy the coffee. So our vision, that's our long-term vision, and we are right. We are on the right track to meet our vision.
Yeah, love it. Okay, that would be also a question. So, what's the long-term vision? But you already answered it. That's great. So, I'm just curious, how big is your team? So, I mean, you started alone, I guess, and then there are a couple of people who help with the blockchain, or how big is it? And are they remote or all in London?
Yeah. So in total, we are a team of 23 people, including permanent and temporary staff. And me and my co-founder Manish. Manish looks after the technology stack. So all the blockchain developers and everything. We do not have any permanent staff from blockchain development side of it. We have a very good, I should say, a friend and an ex-colleague who developed the blockchain side of it for us. He was our colleague at Lloyds Bank.
Cool.
And Manish was also my colleague at Lloyds Bank, though my surname and his surname is same, but we are not related to each other. It's just a coincidence that our surnames are same, but we were colleagues at Lloyds Bank. So that's where we met, and the blockchain has been developed, with help of our colleague over there. I won't name him at the moment on the call, because he's employed full time elsewhere. But yeah, he helps us from time to time on those things. So it's a mix of permanent staff and temporary staff. Obviously, we are a startup, so we cannot hire everyone on our roles, because it's very expensive when it comes to technology staff. So what we have done is, our leadership team is here in the UK, in London, and we have an offshore development center in India, and that is our own offshore development center. We tried various approaches by outsourcing work, having various different models, but it did not work out. So this office has been our own office. All the people who are working in that office are all our employees. In India office, none of the employees are temporary. All are permanent employees over there.
Yeah, got it. Okay, awesome. So What's so this is a question that always comes when it comes to Web3 projects. What's the business model behind it? So is it funded, or is there a sponsoring model? So how do you finance this whole project?
Okay. So when I started in May 2017, so I was bootstrapping it back then. We founded the company in April 2019, and sorry, we raised some pre-seed money back then, and Manish actually invested in us, and then he became part of the business as well. So that's how it all started. We did a pre-seed round in April 2019. Then last year we did a crowdfunding round on Crowdcube.
Cool.
And we only went on to Crowdcube for a handful of money, which will take us to the next level. But we were surprised with the response we got over there. We were overfunded by 314%, and in fact by the our full subscription of our shares happened in just 4 days. So
That's amazing.
we were just surprised. And the reason why we went on to Crowdcube was we wanted fans to be part of it. So we wanted everyone to be involved, and that was the best way we thought to go about it. And people invested in us from all over the world. There are investors from Africa, there are investors from South America, there are investors from Middle East like Qatar, Dubai. There are investors from Far East like Singapore, Hong Kong, from India, from Europe, from UK. So we were just overwhelmed with the response we got over there. I still remember for 2 full days, 48 hours, I was on back-to-back calls because investors wanted to talk to the founder, and they were scheduling meetings round the clock from in various different time zones. So platforms like Crowdcube are amazing for reaching out to this kind of people and investors around the world, and they take care of all the due diligence processes, etc. So if someone who wants to follow this kind of business strategy, then crowdfunding platforms are the best to raise money.
Yeah.
So that's what we did, and we don't have any VC or any institutional funding so far. Though we are planning whether we should do that or not. But we are at such a stage that we are thinking that we should start generating revenue. We are still pre-revenue, by the way, so we should start generating revenue ourselves, which will fund the business rather than bringing investors' money into it. So that's the strategy and approach we are trying to take. But let's see how it goes. And as a founder, as an entrepreneur, you're always either pre-raise or post-raise, so you're always raising money. So let's see. So we haven't managed anything.
Yeah, the biggest issue of entrepreneurs or startup founders, the funding. That's always that's the biggest issue.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
So, okay.
There's only one phase, which is either you are before fundraise or after fundraise.
That's true. Very true. Okay, cool. So there was also one thing. So Crowdcube, you mentioned this is a crowdfunding site. So where you upload your project and you say, okay, this is the money that we want to raise, and you introduce the project, and people everybody can spend basically, and help you to finance the project, right?
People can yes, you're right, and people can invest from £10 up to anything they want.
Okay, got it. Within Web3, there's this term called DApp, so Decentralized App. Can you is your app a decentralized app? But maybe before you answer that question, what is the difference mainly between a DApp and a normal app? Is there any difference?
Yeah. So in my opinion, what decentralized technology brings is that anything that is stored, like data or the app or the way they run, they are running from various different computers or servers in that network. So there is no one central place where it is controlled from. So for example, traditionally, let's say the way we used to develop websites or apps or anything, there was a central server where they were running from. Yeah, so all the control was there from those central servers. Whereas with the decentralized technologies, all those processing capability or ability and the data storage has been shared among those decentralized network, or a chain of computers, for example, in a very layman terms.
Yeah.
As far as football fan app is concerned, no, it is not a D app, though our fan coin is there on blockchain, and that's something that is secured and stored on blockchain. Rest, the app is not a D app; it's a normal standard decentralized app.
Okay, got it. Awesome. That's really cool. So
So,
yeah, one
yeah,
question that I also had is when I'm signing in for the app and I'm posting something about football, I get coins. But if I don't post something about maybe I don't know about my private life, I'm doing I don't know, take a walk and uploading a picture. Do I still get coins, or does it have to be about football?
it has to be about football, otherwise
Okay.
yeah, it has to be about. But what you can do is, like, for example, you're posting something about your dog, for example. It has nothing to do with football, but with freedom of speech, with freedom of expression platform, we don't stop you from posting those kind of things, but those kind of things will not get much traction,
Okay, got it.
because the people over there are there for a reason. It's like community of like-minded fans, like-minded people. Now if you post something about a dog and it has nothing to do with football, you will be able to post it, but it won't get enough traction, in my opinion.
Okay, got it. Cool. So if people want to download this app, where should they go, Amit?
It is available on both iOS and Android app stores. It is available all over the world. So all they need to do is find the keyword football fan. You can find it as one word, or football and fan as two words. They can download it from there, from app stores, and start using it. And yeah, it's very simple. You can also go on to footballfanapp.com to get more information about us. It's more of a corporate website rather than a functional website, because all the functionalities are there on the app. There is nothing functional on the website. So highly recommend to download the app. And when you sign up, you collect 50 fan coin as a sign up bonus. So with those sign up bonuses, you can do whatever you want. You can convert your content into NFTs and trade them on the platform, or going forward you can use them to buy various products on the app.
Yeah, that's awesome. So everything is in the app. So because I know other Web3 projects, and they're separating to one to so the coin is based on another site. So for example, Rally or Tryroll of platforms, other platforms who are in charge of the coin, and they create their content on the website or somewhere else. So, but you have everything. You do it on you do it yourself, right? So it's everything on your app.
Yeah, everything is on the
Included.
app. And
Yeah.
and if you look at the pattern, the consumption pattern, you if you check yourself how many times you go onto a website to access something, and how many times you go onto your mobile phone to access something in a day. So you'll be
Yeah.
accessing your mobile phone more than you'll be going on your desktop or a laptop to access a website. So times are changing. The youngsters, the younger generation, is more mobile savvy.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how many years it is going to take, but in, let's say, 5 to 10 years time, websites will be completely obsolete.
Yeah.
So that's the
Yeah. They
reason.
also they also have an additional Discord group where they are active. So that's also another thing. Additionally, for the communication, and the website is more a resource hub where they consume video courses or content. That was the basic idea. But yeah, I got your point, and I'm totally with you. That's
Yeah,
I also see it the same way.
yeah.
Awesome, cool. Really like this idea. What's coming up this year? Any new launches or something?
Yeah, so there are three things which are coming up. One is we are launching our NFT for our partners, whereas we have signed with various football publishers based in the UK. So their B2B NFTs are coming onto our platform, so people will be able to buy some exclusive NFTs of various different players, various different people, which are never seen before. So that's coming up. The second one is our FanCoin marketplace is going live very soon. In fact, we have an internal demo of it by end of this month. So in let's say 6 weeks time or so, FanCoin marketplace will be live with various different products, and FanCoin is going on an exchange. So if if our community members wants to be part of it, and if they want to buy those FanCoin before it goes live on the exchange, they can actually buy it from us. So they can get in touch with us at support@footballfanapp.com, and we'll tell them more details about it. They can go on to our socials as well to find out about how they can participate in the private sale of FanCoin that they can do. So there are various ways we can help, and it's all about the community and trying to give the best back to the community. That's what we are trying to do over here.
Yeah, awesome.
So yeah,
Great.
those are the three things that, as I said, those are the three things that we are looking forward to this year.
Cool. Really interesting, very interesting use case, and yeah, exciting niche also. So you niche down and you combined your passion also with technology, which is a cool thing. And yeah, appreciate your time, and good luck with all the projects. So, I mean, please stay in line for all the listeners and for people who are watching. If you have any questions, just let us know in the comments, and I can forward it to Amit. Okay. Is there something last statement that you want to share, Amit?
Yeah, I would like to share that sometimes there is a lot of negativity around NFTs and cryptos and everything else.
Yes.
There is negativity in everything. I mean, you don't like the way you live. Your car is not good. Your house is not the best. Your kids are always crying. You're not happy with your wife. So there are so many things. There is negativity all around. Always look at the positive side of it. Always embrace technology. There, and people talk about market crashes and all. Which market hasn't crashed? Which market hasn't crashed? Property market has crashed in 2008. The stock market crashes every now and then. The commodities market crashes every now and then. The bullion market crashes every now and then. Which market hasn't crashed? The only reason why crypto gets the bad boys image is because it's not regulated. Even the markets which are regulated, do they not crash? Or what? Which investment that you think at times is the safest investment? Yeah. So think about those things. I mean, even if you invest into various companies, sometimes those companies go into administration. They shut down. So whatever. So think on the positive side of it. People sometimes create those negative things just because of some people who have done bad to the whole industry, or using technology. And sometimes technology related products are very complicated to understand for a common man. So there is more negativity. If you talk about cryptocurrencies, for example, with people, so some of them will say that they don't understand it, how it works. So since they don't understand, they think everything is bad. So it's very important to embrace technology, take good things from it. Negativities are there all around the world. Obviously, wherever you put your money, you have to be very careful. You just don't go blindly and put your money everywhere. Yeah, you always do your research properly, and then put your money after doing your research. Don't just blindly follow all those influencers online, because they might be they might have taken some money from someone, or they are trying to be in good books with someone, and so don't follow them. Take your own decision, make your own judgments, do your own research, do your own study, and then make your decisions. We have seen this over and over several years. Whenever there is something new that comes up, people say, oh, this is not good, this is not good, there is a lot of negativity. But then it stays. So it's better to adopt and embrace those new technologies, get into it at the earliest possible. Try out new things, try out small things, and then see whether it works for you or not. That will be my last words and advice to everyone.
Awesome. Really, thank you, Amit, for your time.
No problem.
And hopefully see you maybe in another episode, maybe when you launch new projects. It would be cool to make a follow-up.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you for listening and looking. and see you in the next episode. Bye.
Thank you so much, Jakub, and it's pleasure to be on this podcast, and happy to help wherever I can, and looking forward to coming on to the next shows whenever it is.
Cool. See you.
All right.